What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the No Clearance Podcast. I'm your host, Tyler, here with the queen of the pod herself down there in Houston, Texas. KC in the place to be. KC, how you doing?
I'm alive and well. It's a great time to be employed. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, it's September.
Yeah.
We last quarter of the year.
We're almost there, y'all.
Christmas time's around the corner.
Isn't it so weird that it's like, and I feel like when September hits, it's like this, like it just goes so fast, and then it's like boom, summer again. I'm not that I'm complaining, you know.
Yeah, it's the time to pull out the hoodies.
Come on.
Man, my time of the year. Pull out the hoodies, pull out the overshirts. You know what I'm saying? Sweatpants.
The Uggs.
Oh, Uggs is coming back.
Ugg season is approaching.
Yes. Oh man. Skull caps. Oh, layers. Love layers.
Come on, layers. I mean, in Houston, we're not doing. I mean, you know what I mean? A sweater is cool. Yeah. No. If you want to sweat, you know what I mean? And I wear a sweater in the house because I keep my house on Arctic.
Yeah. Was your 68?
Sure is. A cool
Good for
68.
You.
Yeah.
Good for you, KC. I'm so proud of you.
You know what it is? It's just so hot outside. And it's hot, like you can open the window, but you're letting in more hot air. So
I can understand that.
Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
So
that just lets me know you're doing all right down there. You're doing just fine.
Shout out to Reliant. Shout out to Reliant. I'm not gonna hold you.
For real. How was your weekend?
It was actually cool. I mean, you know, I haven't had wine in a while, and I was like, fuck it. Like, went to Target, got me some Stella. You know what I mean? I have a childish wine palate, so anybody tells me it's Stella Rose, I don't really give a fuck. I'm still gonna drink it. And
now, Stella's the brand, or was that the wine?
Stella's the brand. So Stella Rose, and I hate that it's like a $10 bottle, and it's not a big bottle, but you know, depending. The flavors are good. I don't like barefoot. I think if you're somebody that thinks barefoot's too sweet, I think Stella Rose is just like, it has sweetness, but it's not like too much, if that makes sense. Like you could taste the fruit, if that makes sense.
I think barefoot is for under 30, maybe even 25.
No, that's valid. Because I think when I like hit 21, I was like, oh my God, let's get barefoot. Now I'm just like, oh, that's just no. I'm gonna have
beginner friendly. It's beginner friendly, you know what I'm saying? But
it's baby shower friendly, you know, beginner, baby shower. Yeah, no. But I had me some bottle of Stella Rose, took it to the face, was chilling, ran some errands.
Was that a red? Oh no, that was a rose. That was a rose wine.
Yeah. I do the you know what? I have acid reflux. This is how you know I'm getting of age. And so I cannot do the red because of the acidity on there is like way too much. So I can't do too much of the red.
What did you eat anything with the wine?
I sure did. I had salmon. I'm obsessed with salmon. I'm a nigga. Yep.
Seafood with the rosé. Interesting.
You're supposed to do seafood with like white and light wines.
Yeah, I was gonna recommend a that might be red now that I think about it. I was gonna say a Cabernet Sauvignon, but I think that's red.
Have I had Cabernet? You know, there was one wine my friend brought over, and no, I think it's out with a P. I can't think of it. Was it?
Oh, my bad. I was gonna say Riesling. My bad. Riesling really the only white wine I will try is the Riesling.
I think I tried that, and it come in a blue bottle. Like a clear bottle with blue top.
I've seen.
Yeah, I'm an alcoholic. Yeah. It's cool. That was before I got onto Stella. I was on them. Yeah.
Have you ever gone to like the restaurants and be like, all right, this is what I plan to eat. What you recommended for the wine?
Now, if I'm going to like a steakhouse or somewhere that I know they have to be like knowledgeable of the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if I'm going to fucking Chili's, it's like, you know what I mean? We're not. Oh, what kind of wine do you have? Bitch, give me the box of wine and keep it going.
I'm eating the burger. It don't matter, my nigga.
You know what I mean? But yeah. I like when people are like not like know their shit.
Yeah.
Like if you go to a quality restaurant, you know part of their job is to know what goes with what.
So it was a self-care weekend?
Absolutely.
Beautiful. I love it for you.
Yeah.
I love it for you. That is awesome. I was in Boston.
You
in
were.
Boston for the week. I was. I feel like I should have told you when
you should have. Yeah, it's kind of fucked
so.
Up. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I landed in Boston.
How long were you just out there for the weekend?
Yeah, because of the wedding. Remember that wedding I was telling you about? With
the one. Did it end up being in the Cape?
No, it was in Danvers.
Oh, that's fucking far too, though. Yeah.
So,
shit. That's a little drive.
No, let me tell you how much I was driving. Your boy was driving this weekend. Shout out to my wife rolling with me. We got the rental car. First, I went to Hyde Park to go see Cammy, my homie Cammy, kick it with her.
Oh, how is she?
She doing
Did
good.
She have a kid?
Yeah, she had. That's her.
I know that's right.
She had a second daughter. Beautiful children, just beautiful children. I tell you. So it was good to see her. Her house, they have a beautiful like deck that's like shaded, got the roof and everything. And I was like, damn.
Yeah.
She said her father worked on that deck for a weekend. I've been working on my deck for 2 years.
Tyler. You missing something.
Yeah, I know.
Her father from here, or he's
you talking about from Boston? I think so. He from the
is he from the islands? Because they built different.
Haitian.
I'm not even.
He Haitian.
Oh, they built different. I'm telling you.
Yeah, they cranked that out. I was like, yo,
yeah, they because that's all they see. They're like, no, we got to get this done. And I bet you a weekend in his mind is like, that's too fucking long.
I went to it before I went to her. I went to a taqueria in Hyde Park. That was cool. Got me some tacos. I was trying to avoid chain spots. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, let me get some real
some shit that you could get from Boston. Now, this is what I'll say. I think we have a good assortment of different foods.
Yes.
I'll say that.
I will say this. I went to what I knew. I know Mexican.
Uh-huh.
I ain't go to now. Cammy was like, I know a Dominican spot. I said,
hey,
what? I'm gonna fall back.
No, Tyler, that would have changed your life. That would have changed your life.
I'm gonna fall back. So from there, I drove to Cape Cod. That was an hour and a half.
Damn.
Yeah. Shout out to
that's. You know what? That's not bad though. Hour and a half.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was smooth. Because I took
and it really just be a straight shot too. Once you off the highway, you just And
I took like some back highways. Like it was cool. Cape Cod was cool, man. Fantasy football draft this weekend. That was why I went up to the Cape. Shout out to Don Bro and the Don Bros Delinquents group chat. You know what I'm saying? We really out here. The draft went pretty well. There's 10 people in the fantasy league. So after you draft, they do team projections. The app will project where they think you'll place based on the team you drafted. I'm projected 8th place. Which is
you might want to. You got to go back to the drawing board.
I got some work to do. Jalen was predicted to be last. Shout out to Jay.
Last?
Yeah. Jalen's predicted.
How are y'all picking the players? I felt like y'all got a lot of knowledge. I mean,
you got to applying it. Though the thing is, though, it's just based on what everybody else is doing, and like depending on where your pick is, because after you make a pick, like depending on where your pick is, you could be waiting like 16 picks. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
okay.
A lot of people can go, and then you're like, dang, bro, what I got left? So we'll see. I'm gonna make some moves. I'm gonna make some plays. And then I stayed in the Cape for that night. Got some breakfast out there, and then drove to Jalen's spot. So I drove 45. No.
Damn, you was all over Massachusetts.
I was all over. I drove an hour to Jalen's spot, saw the new apartment and whatnot. From there, I wanted to go and see the Embrace, that little Martin Luther King. Not little. Good Lord, I shouldn't. The Martin Luther King statue.
The big one, not the little, yeah.
I was trying to find parking in the city.
I could have told you that was fucking nice.
It's not. See, my thing was it's as simple as finding a garage, but every time I saw a sign for a parking garage, I was driving past it. Like I never saw it coming up.
Our garages are not like obvious, like unless you know like where you're at. Because I feel like that we don't be having signs, and the signs be like on the wall, not like out on the curb. If that makes sense.
So. It was in the cut, so I ended up like we drove on the street where you could see the statue, and my wife was like, "Let's just go to the hotel."
No, I mean, see, this is the thing. I feel like if you're downtown Boston, I would have told you park somewhere like near a train station, take the train, and just ride in, because it's just a mess to find parking. One, the garages be like you said, in the cut. You got to know where you are. And then realistically speaking, you'll never find street parking because everybody has that mentality like, oh, if I find street parking, they not getting out of there. So there's, you know what I mean? There's always some shit.
Because we had to drive another 45. Pretty much another 45 to get to the hotel. And most of it was just getting out the city. Because once we got on the bridge, it was like 20 minutes. So yeah, we went to the hotel. And then later that night, we had a little double date with Jay and Jada. We went. I drove.
Oh, that's cute.
Let me tell you, shit. I got it. Hey, shout out to Jay for finding the restaurant.
Okay.
But I have to do better. This is
what do you mean
with explaining myself and just the vision I have for things. Because the boy, mind you, the hotel was in Danvers.
Mm-hmm.
The boy picked a restaurant in Hyde Park. I drove all the way back.
He couldn't find middle ground? You know what I mean?
I drove back to Hyde Park. And I was, it was cool. But I was like,
yeah, but damn, a nigga ain't trying to, we're not trying to use the whole tank.
By the way, I only used half a tank the whole weekend.
Hey, that's beautiful. What kind of car
I drove a Ford Escape.
Hey, that's actually not bad, Tyler.
I'm telling you. Me and my wife was like,
because them niggas be, those are big.
We was like, this needle ain't going down. I just didn't understand. But I was like, dog.
No, you got to give him that feedback.
Yeah, the expectation was we find something near the hotel.
or halfway. You know what I mean? Meet me halfway.
Because they were staying at the hotel too. So in my mind, I should have been like, let's find something close.
Wait, so hold on. They were staying at the hotel too, but they still chose.
We got there before
chose
them.
Something in Hyde Park.
We got there before them, and so they left for the restaurant, and then from the restaurant they was going to the hotel. So it worked out for them. It worked out economically.
That's insane. That's
but
insane.
I had to go back. I drove back to Hyde Park. Like, damn, I was just here like the day before. But it was cool. Cool restaurant. I'm forgetting the name right now, but it was good. Good time, good food. And then damn. Next day, Sunday, got pedicure.
Come on, pedicure.
Yeah, got a nice little pedi. And then we went to the wedding. Shout out Laura and Omri for getting married. I went to a Dominican wedding. That was beautiful. It was bilingual. They was translating everything. I was like, this is all right. This is decent. The wedding had to be 10 minutes max.
Love it.
The wedding had to be 10 minutes max.
You talking about like the
ceremony.
Priest, the pastor?
Yeah. The ceremony part was that it was.
That's all that need to be though. Realistically, that's all it need to be. I think anything past 10, this is a movie now. That's crazy. Yeah. 10 minutes is solid. People's attention span ain't there. Oh, see what I'm saying? That's how you do it.
Open bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to celebrate you by getting fucked up. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Food was straight. DJ was okay. Not in the sense like he did great, cool song selections, but
it was the mixing of
transitions
stuff.
was the mixing. But he did play "They Not Like Us," and we went crazy. I went
love to
crazy.
see
I don't
it.
know about everybody else. We was dancing, sweating our ass off. My God.
I cannot.
I was just like, I didn't think I was gonna sweat this hard. Like my body think I'm finna run a 5K.
But you know what that means? You had a good time. It's a good time.
I did. It was good to see folk. It's good to see the homies. Shout out to Edgar. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that we saw. But yeah, made it back, man. It was good. It was cool to be. I feel like I could drive around that joint, no GPS at this point. Nigga,
yeah, Boston's
I was
not
up
that.
and down. Yeah.
I mean, on a map, it looks like a hot mess, but it really isn't that bad. Yeah, no.
But
on the map, I'll give it to you. It's not as organized as New York, but yeah.
Well, New York is crazy too. I ain't gonna lie. So KC, football season is officially upon us this Thursday.
All right, it's my time to shine, fuckers.
Yes, in tradition. I would love to keep the NFL picks going. We're going to select. This is KC's picks segment. We are selecting 4 matchups. KC will select the winning team. Okay. If you use her picks for anything or about gambling or
put that to the Patreon,
please.
Yeah.
If it makes sense, give the Patreon a percentage. That's all we ask. Make sure you subscribe to the Patreon. Patreon.com/noclearance. This segment is presented to you by the Patreon. All right, KC, we got the first football game of the year on Thursday, September the 5th. We have the Baltimore Ravens versus the Kansas City Chiefs, Super Bowl defending Kansas City Chiefs. That is Lamar Jackson, the pride of Florida, versus Patrick Mahomes, whose wife thinks he loves fried chicken, but he loves Mexican. Who do you have?
And she white, huh? I think I saw that.
Yeah. Fried chicken.
So this is my thing. So I'm thinking about it like I know if I was the Chiefs, I'm coming in hot, right? Like I'm coming off a Super Bowl high. I want to come off hot. But the Baltimore Ravens could come in and be like, nah, let's take these niggas off they shit. Tricky. You know what? I'm going to go with, I have a question. Do we feel like the Chiefs are cocky? What's their attitude normally?
They lost the home opener last year versus the Detroit Lions. A team that nobody really saw being as good as they were going to be. I feel like you got to understand that the Baltimore-Kansas City game, they played last year in the AFC Championship game in Baltimore, and the Chiefs won. And so,
where is this game going to be played?
It's going to be in Kansas City. So while it's not as important of a game, it feels revengey. It's giving revenge. We need to.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll go. I think I'll put my vote with the Chiefs then, because they're on their turf, and I feel like you got home advantage.
I like that. The Ravens are my second team. Like if I had a second team,
the Eagles.
I do. I'm an Eagles fan till I die, but I enjoy watching the Ravens. I'ma just go for Baltimore just because Lamar's the blacker quarterback.
No, that's
Lamar Jackson, man.
Yeah, shout out that one's tough.
That is a tough one. That's gonna be a really good game. I hope it's a really good game. I'll tell you what I hope is a blowout, and that is the Eagles versus the Packers. Let me tell you something.
Oh, Wisconsin, right?
The Eagles are playing the Packers in Brazil. Rio de
Oh, this is
Janeiro.
the international shit, right? That you were saying last year?
Yes. Eagles will play Green Bay in Brazil Friday, the first Friday night football game. NFL, Friday night NFL game. Only on Peacock. These niggas made me get the subscription.
Damn. I was about to say, what is really on Peacock?
Everything on Hulu is on Peacock. It's kind of crazy. Cool. For the most part. They got some decent movies though. Decent movies. And you got Yellowstone. Yellowstone on there. Okay. So Green Bay, now I will say this. Green Bay, they was a playoff team. They actually made it to the second round. They got this brother named Jordan Love who just got a nice little contract this offseason. They picked up a running back named Josh Jacobs. The brother from Philly went to Alabama. Still a dog, still pretty solid. But the Eagles have Mr. Hurts, Jalen Hurts himself.
Oh, I know who Jalen Hurts is, yeah.
We picked up Saquon Barkley. We got two light-skinned niggas in the backfield.
I just love an ethnic name. Saquon. I know that's right. Come on.
Saquon is he's one of the best running backs in the league. And then on top of that, we have some really good receivers. The defense is decent. We got some young cornerbacks. I don't know how much you know about that, but we looking okay. But it's that should be a battle as well. Who do you have?
I'll say the Eagles.
All right. We are technically the home team in this game.
I just want to name, because last time I said Eagles, I got played. So
we'll see.
I need you to kind of get in your bird's ear. You know what I mean? I don't know what you got to, wear the jersey the day before, whatever,
Yo, you ain't lying.
Routine, rituals you got. You know what I mean?
I gotta pull out the stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on.
Patriots, New England Patriots versus Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh, brother.
In Cincinnati. I'm not sure how much you keep up with New England, but they do have a new head coach. Black man, Gerard Mayo.
I do know that much. Yeah.
Black man at quarterback, Jacoby Brissett is going to start the season. Let's hope he finishes the season. The Bengals, big time quarterback Joe Burrow, big time receiver in Jamar Chase.
Sin City, okay.
Yeah. Who you going with? Now this is tough because I know your homie a Bengals fan.
She is. She got a chain with the logo. Like she really into that shit. I'm gonna go with, you know what? Because I don't want it to seem like I was riding for the Celtics, and so I don't want it to seem like I'm not true a Boston fan. So I'm gonna say New England.
Okay. I'm gonna go.
I gotta get some skin in the game, Tyler. So when I start to not go that way, it was said that there was a point in time I rooted for them.
I will now. The last matchup we will talk about is the Sunday night game.
Okay.
This is Los Angeles Rams versus the Detroit Lions. Both teams. So they played against each other in the first round of the playoffs last year in Detroit.
Okay.
It was a damn good game. They pretty much knocked the quarterback out late. He got hit so hard his eyes rolled back. He somehow stayed in the game, but he wasn't playing the same.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. But the game was really good. They was going back and forth for a while. Defense finally got to stop. But both teams real solid. Lions are very risky team. Coach likes to go for it on fourth down, likes to go for two, all types of stuff.
Do we like risky, or is it like, oh?
It just depends on when and where. In the playoffs, no. In the playoffs, no.
Okay, but when we're starting out the season, we're not mad at it.
No, last year's game, when in their first game of the season, they had trick plays. They was running fake punts. They did a couple things where it was like, this is not normal. But I feel like you would be ready for that if you're the Rams this year. So I don't know. Who you got? Oh, the quarterbacks. My bad. Quarterbacks, Matthew Stafford, and Jared Goff.
Matthew Stafford is for who?
The Rams.
Okay. And what was the other guy's name?
Jared Goff for Detroit.
How long have they been quarterbacks? Like how many seasons?
Staff has been quarterback for a long time. He does have a Super Bowl under his belt. Jared Goff has been to the Super Bowl, lost to the Patriots. Jared Goff actually used to play for the Rams. Side note, and they traded him. Okay. Oh, here's the drama between these two teams.
Okay.
I know you love a little, you know what I'm saying? Matthew Stafford was a long-time quarterback for the Detroit Lions.
Okay.
Jared Goff was a quarterback for the Rams. He was actually drafted first overall to go to LA. He was there for 3 years, about 3-4 years. He took the Rams to the Super Bowl. But even after taking the Rams to the Super Bowl, they trade him to Detroit for Matthew Stafford. So these teams swapped quarterbacks.
Ooh,
and the year Matthew Stafford got there, he took him to the Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl.
Ooh.
So then
I feel like if I was Detroit, I would have something to prove.
Yeah. Always. Yeah.
I'm going to go with Detroit.
Detroit. I like that.
I love an underdog story. You know what I mean?
I like that. That is KC's picks. Tune in. Stay connected. Now, we're going to go international today. We're going to start the conversation with a little international talk. KC has been diving into the Korean culture.
Yeah.
All through and through. So, Casey, I would love to hear what you got to say about the international music that you've been tuned into.
So I have been really I'm still not on social media. This is day 55, almost there.
Hey.
And like really just doing it. And so I've been able to study my like Korean language, but also y'all know the algorithms talk to each other. So my algorithm has been filled with like K-pop, which is Korean pop culture music, J-pop, which is Japanese pop culture music, and like other things. And I stumbled on this thing on Netflix. It's called Cat's Eye, right? And essentially, the people that made BTS, so like, I feel like everybody should know BTS at this point, but they're like the most, I would say, famous K-pop artist, like international. Yeah. So the people that kind of helped to fine tune them, train them, develop them, and all the things wanted to take that same formula and be like, hey, can we apply that to a non-Asian, regular American pop culture? Well, not regular, but you know what I mean. And this documentary kind of follows the girls as they're kind of going through this motion and kind of going through the like rigorness of like, you wake up, choreography, you're like in dance lessons. If you're not in dance lessons, you're in singing lessons. If you're not in singing lessons, you're in like full on performance classes. Like it was like literally you are eat and sleeping and drinking like this career, right? And it made me think about when we look at K-pop, it's very pristine. Like when you're looking at their dance movement, the videos, it's like there's not one person off beat. It's very meticulous and very polished, right? And I think for K-pop and J-pop, it makes sense. I feel like over there, that is the aesthetic that is most popular over there. And I think that people are attracted to that. Now, this is not to say that this is every artist who's under like classified as K-pop. There's one group that I saw through my like, searching through. It's called XJ, and I pray I say her name right. And XJ is more, I think, the closest we'll get to like what we consider pop music for us. And it's kind of like a mixture of like the like Asian version of like Lady Gaga mixed with like gangster rap mixed with like, I don't know, bubblegum, Hello Kitty, and Sunshine. And I think that they're dope because I think we've seen artists rap over African American beats or hip hop beats, right? And before, I would definitely feel like, oh, this is kind of cringe. It's like I would be apprehensive to be open to it. But one of the members off XG did a cover, I think, to JID's what is that song called?
Dreamville's Down Bad, yeah.
Yes. And she did a phenomenal job. I mean, she slayed. I would say that was like what, 816, and she did it in 3 languages. Now, here's my thing. I think we know artists, Tyler, that struggle to kill shit in just English. But for a motherfucker to kill a song in 3 different languages, that's hard as fuck. I feel like if we have artists like that is like, we're not taking away from it, but we're adding to it, I can do nothing but respect it and see like you're bringing something to it versus, oh, I'm just going to take this beat and like kind of like copy and paste. It felt very much so like it was her own. Even though she's using this beat, she had still her sense of identity on it. And so it opened my eyes and my mind to like how I feel about international artists using hip hop beats. I think I'm for it if it's done how she did it. Do you know what I mean? Like it was effort. It was, you know?
I very much understand what you're saying. How I feel. I watched the YouTube video, right? I watched it. I actually, I believe you're referring to one of the rappers, Kokona.
Kokona, yeah.
Kokona. She was probably the hardest one, right?
Oh, out of all of them, right? That's what I felt.
I felt like everybody else, I just was like,
they were cool. It was cool. It's, you know.
So I do feel like there's a standout in this group. You know what I'm saying? To what you were saying earlier about the company that, you know, built these artists.
Yeah.
It reminds me very much of, you know, back when like Destiny's Child, you know, Running in Heels type stuff. I just feel, you know, it's just very interesting. Now, I don't, and mind you, I feel like if somebody is doing something successful, you should, if you want to be successful, you copy it, right?
Yeah.
So all they really did was they saw what worked, because you do have to, in order to be successful in music, you have to put in some real work ethic into this, right?
Oh,
like
absolutely.
We see it from, what's the artist I see it the most from? What's my girl? Not Sweetie. I'm talking about Jaguar 2, Victoria Monet.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, she's a great example.
Yeah. And so now when I think about it on the hip hop end, hip hop has to have a level of authenticity. So the real question is, no matter how many times they rap over a hip hop beat that's known, at some point Korea is going to have to create their own sound, especially if you're talking international. When we look at the only way for them to cross over to the States, because they can get away, I feel like they can get away with this. Not that they're doing anything wrong, but you can get away with what they're doing in Korea. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many of them have heard Dreamville Down Bad beat. I don't know how many of them have heard I forget the beat they used. It was the for the other one you sent me. The song called Nothing.
Oh.
But that is a sample as well. When you look internationally, drill is something that was heavy in London, right? That's kind of like something that came over to the States. New York took it, Chicago took it, or grunge is what they call it, right? Afro beats, right? That's pretty simple, right? Reggaeton, They're going to have some type of the rapping has to be followed with some type of production that is very genuine and authentic to the region.
So I absolutely agree, and I think, and I could send you in Jalen a video where it's like it's still the same energy that she's giving off of in that video, but it becomes more like it's theirs. Do you know what I mean? Because I think I felt that way too, of like, okay, I'm sure it is easier to get on somebody else's beat and use their song as a reference, right? You're not going to say the exact same things, but you're getting something, you have something to jump off of versus like, okay, like from scratch, you got to come up and create, give me that same energy, that same rawness, the same heat, but now you're doing it on your own. I will agree that I think it's important for them to have a sense of like, what is your signature, right? And I like you name Africa got the Afro beats, right? That's their signature. I think each place has their signature. Even if when we're thinking about like rap, like East Coast, West Coast, they have their signature. Like they're different, but you know a West Coast rapper from an East Coast rapper, right? I think the part that makes me a little more curious is like, one, the things they're talking about, right? Two, how they talk about it, right? There's some songs that like it sounds so like, because the beat is so like melodic and like kid like, that you're like, oh my God. But when you listen to what they're saying, it's like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, okay. So I feel like their packaging, I think for K-pop and J-pop, I think it's more the packaging, how they serve it. I think we serve it uncut, raw, and just like, here, this is what it is. I think they're like, nah, we're going to process this shit a little bit. We're going to make it we're going to make it palatable. So while you're taking it in, you're not even realizing what we're saying. But I thought they were dope. I think they're very interesting. Yeah. I will say that. Is it something I'm gonna like bump all the time? Absolutely not. But I'm just like, it's because when I tell you, I usually cringe and I'm like, oh God. But this is the first time I was like, oh shit, she's actually, she can go.
The Kokona girl, I was like, all right, I could take this, I could digest this.
Yeah, and I don't know what it is, and maybe it's her like. I don't think people realize, like, in singing, yes, your tongue placement and your, diagram. But I think with rap, it depends on what do you emphasize? What do you not emphasize? How, you know what I mean? And you could tell she definitely put that in there, right? So that's like the rapping side. There's also this other song called Alibi that has
game.
That has, and this has been like viral, I guess, on social media, and like people have been using the sound. Watch the video.
3 languages.
3 fucking languages. And it's super dope because I think when we're thinking about music, I think oftentimes we think about American, non-American, right? But it's like, how dope is it to morph multiple languages in one song and for it to actually sound good? I think they had, if I'm not mistaken, I think they had either 3 or 4 languages in that song.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel like your ambush. It was like, no. You could still, it felt palatable. It wasn't too much.
You know what this made me realize? Americans are broke. They got
it's fuck.
Americans is broke. They don't have to cater to us no more, or they don't have to cater to us as much. Yeah. And in order, and really for anybody who's investing in these artists, you gotta take it. You gotta take it overseas. You gotta expand the crowd. You gotta expand your fan base. So it's important that you do collab with a international artist. Meg Thee Stallion out here collabing with Japanese artists. J. Cole was on a BTS song, or either he was on a BTS song, or like they sampled Born Sinner. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're just not the main hub anymore.
I think too, we are late to things. Like I'll use this example since we were like talking about pop, but I think sometimes we think pop culture is like synonymous with like
corny.
Being corny and things of that nature. But pop culture is just like what's popular. When NSYNC first came out, they didn't really blow here. They were more big celebrities in Europe. Then that shit kind of, came over here. We're not like the first to like catch on to things. You know what I mean? So there's
even
that
when
other component
see
too.
artists go on tour, they hit international first before they come to the States. I wonder why. I wonder if it's like they use the international to perfect, to work on some things, and then we could present this to America. But that's interesting. I'm glad that you are expanding your palette.
No, it's definitely interesting. I mean, there are some K-pop groups that I'm like, there's no fucking way. There's no. But I'm just like, some of them I'm like, you know what? Like, I'll say XG is like the first one to make me be like, I could now am I gonna be bumping that shit on my way to work? Probably not. But if it comes on the radio, I'm not gonna skip it. You know what I mean?
Like,
it's solid.
There's a lot more to this world than what than what I know I take in. And we shouldn't be, ignorant to it. I've been trying to expand and take chances on different. Now I don't know how far out I'm gonna go outside of R&B and hip hop, but
I will say that rap I'm still struggling. Like I can't listen to drill from like New Zealand. Like I can't.
No, I'm still trying to listen to drill in the U.S.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like it's so, but one step at a time. I think, but I'm telling you, music is going in that direction. But I think it's to the point you said, like America, this is not I don't think they see this as the bread and butter. You know what I mean? It's like, cool. If I get Europe and not US, nobody's hurt. Where I feel like before, it was like, this is where you wanted to pop. You wanted to hit this market. Now it's like, let me do international. If I, hit this, it's cool. I think this is something that's not new though, because Tina Turner, when she was out, she named that she, internationally, she got hella love. The US didn't love her, give her the same kind of energy.
Yeah.
So this is not a new concept, but I think we're seeing that resurgence of it.
Rest in peace, Tina. Yo, a lot of music dropped this weekend. A lot. It was very overwhelming actually. When we look at Drake dropped he did drop an EP. I ain't worried about it. So when you look at
I'm not either.
Here's the albums that was suggested to me this weekend, right?
Okay.
Toby Nwigwe's Hood Hymns. I ain't even get into Xavier Omar. Big Sean, John Legend, Kalani.
Wait,
John Legend dropped some. Kalani.
Okay.
Muni Long.
Okay.
And Doechii.
I was just on her you know how you get shit that pops up, and I didn't realize she was dropping the shit she was doing on YouTube on Apple Music. I didn't peep that.
Yeah.
The Nissan Altima is still my favorite. I blast that on repeat.
I know we talked about it, but I thought she was just dropping like the YouTube video and the Instagram joint. But Nissan Altima's hard. I'm halfway through.
That's my favorite one, but I'm sure her other shit's good. I need to tune in.
I'm like halfway through that album. I didn't want to talk about it without really tuning in. But
we can revisit.
The ones I got through, or I feel like I got a grasp on. First off, shout out to Toby Nwigwe for dropping Hood Hymns. These are really, how do I say? This is a gospel album. If you was looking for just some real inspiration.
We like a word.
We do like a word. But his word was very intentional in regards to he made the hood sound like beautiful in a way. You know what I'm saying? Okay. A lot of features. Shout out Anthony Hamilton. Jay Electronica. He had one song with Andre Day and Fantasia.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, that was awesome. Let's see, Foggy Raw. He had Foggy Raw. I don't know when that man is going to drop something.
Oh, he had somebody from Earth Gang.
Yeah, Olu, Earth Gang, the legend, PJ Morton. He had a lot of people, and it was very hymnal. It was a lot of singing, wasn't too much rapping. But I really did enjoy the songs and the subject matter, just in the sense of like, you know, God doesn't just work at the church. Like, God is in the hood. Like, he is on them corners. As much as you may think like this place is filled with evil, but God is there. Yeah. His presence is there too, just as much as it's over in a place with, no crime and nothing wrong, nothing going on. Like, he's gonna be where people are needed the most, if you really think about it, But some good stuff, man. Shout out to the Niggas Need Jesus. Probably one of my good ones.
Niggas Need Jesus. Man, that's a bar, huh? Woo! Already giving me goosebumps.
Yeah. I like Heal. I mean, it came out hard. Anointing was one of those that he wasn't playing no games with this one.
I feel like his musical arrangements, even though he's a rapper, I appreciate that he still takes time to appreciate musical arrangements and like the flow and like how you want people to feel outside of the bars he spits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I feel like, and maybe this was supposed to go on a previous project, but I really thought Unfollow Me, and I know it's a short song, but I don't know, it came out a couple years ago, but you remember that joint he dropped? Unfollow me. It's like, if you don't like what I say, I do, please. I was like, I needed that on a project somewhere. But either way, I definitely gotta, it's definitely one you need some, you just need to feel, you need to just play it back. Yeah. You can put that on Sunday morning, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Toby for that one. The most anticipated one that at least I've been waiting on for a long time, most anticipated album that dropped this weekend was Big Sean's Better Me Than You. Yes. This album was bars on top of bars. So I do appreciate that. And a couple fun songs. I think the big hit on this album is Who You Are, Superstar. That was a Usher sample of Superstar. I like the way they did it. But Big Sean, I mean, do we feel like we got anything better? I feel like it was more a lot of what we know to get from Sean.
So you feel like it wasn't anything, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't anything like, oh my God, it wasn't a...
And respectfully, because I like the album, but it was nothing on here that made me go, yo, the conversation might change.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's wasn't much on there that made me go, the convo just might change about this man. I'm glad that he dropped, because his music is always good. It's good to have some new stuff from him.
No, he got something with Larry June.
Yes.
Kodak, okay.
Yeah, he got some good features.
Yeah, the features are good.
Good features. And like, I don't know how to say it. Like, we got the good bars and stuff, but it's like this it felt like a Big Sean album. You know
how? Okay, you know when they got Uncle on here, Charlie. How's that song with Charlie Wilson?
Really good. Break the Cycle is really good. Yeah, very honest. It's very honest. I enjoyed that one. Yeah, like he come out strong. The middle, I'm not disappointed, but I'm not like, yo.
But this is why I get scared when artists do, I think, more than 12 tracks. Like you got 21, obviously that includes like the skits and stuff. Yeah. But I think it is almost like you lose, like you said, halfway through, you kind of like, all right, you know what I mean? Let's, and I feel like, I'm sure if he consolidated and took some of these songs off, I mean, I'm going to give it a listen. I'm going to give all of it a listen.
No, for sure.
But I think 21 is a lot like that. For you to want somebody to sit there for an hour and 6 minutes and I'm not walking away like my mind is blown.
It was good for my drive to Cape Cod.
All I'm going to say is you don't get time back, Tyler. You know what I mean?
I feel like, some of these Jones is hard.
But you keep saying some. You keep emphasizing some.
And he has some good He has some good two-step joints. All right,
what are the joints that was good?
On Up. He sampled Jodeci. Got to get on up. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Who You Are, Break the Cycle. The bonus joint Together Forever, but that was already out. Typecast was cool. Everything else was like, I don't necessarily remember.
And it's a shame because I think Big Sean, when we're talking about like rappers and kind of like what they bring, I would like to say Big Sean has this like ability to make songs that are, obviously he's a rapper, but he can make really solid songs.
Yeah.
Like I remember when he had that shit with Nicki. He has a really good sense of like song structure, right? And sometimes, and I think his sampling is really good. I think he's somebody that doesn't sample for the sake of sampling. It usually adds to his songs and doesn't take away. I'm gonna give it a listen. 21 though. That's crazy.
Give it a listen. Couple more. Now, Muni Long dropped an album called Revenge. Which of course the hot single Made For Me was on there. Shout out to
she said that motherfucker not gonna be number 1, but it's gonna be number 2. Yeah.
That is my song, yo. I love Made For Me. So in full honesty, I did not listen to every song on his album. But what I did have the pleasure of enjoying was a Apple Music Radio episode of the R&B Now Apple Music show. And the Deska, one thing I love about the Apple Music interviews, they will, at least with the ones with Nadeska, they'll play songs as they're interviewing. So like a couple questions, play a song from the album. And so I got to get a good gist of the project. Muni Long just knows how to make R&B, man. Like she is I mean, of course, I know you a longtime fan. She's been
I was fucking with her when she was Priscilla Renee. Like I was with her before the name changed.
Exactly.
I just want to let that be clear.
So when she was, she's been writing for a long time. And so she's not new to this. You know what I'm saying? Like she know how to make some good songs, make some hits. And as I was listening to the album, of course, Made For Me was one of the first ones she talked about, and just how she feels like it's just kind of easy for her to make a hit if she wants to, or just she knows herself, so she knows how to write. And but once like the more you get into I was getting into the interview, I'm hearing songs like 30s, which is like talking about scared of being single in the 30s, and I was like, I thought she was married. So you get into songs like 30s, and then there's a song called Revenge, which is the title is deceiving, because it's like I don't want to take revenge out on you. Like you've been this person in my life. We loved you at one point. We're friends. We was friends at one point. I'm not gonna do you like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of opposite of the name. And then literally it had to be 30 minutes or an hour after I finished that interview. Come to find out Muni Long was getting divorced.
Golly.
I know. So because I was like, what source is she pulling from?
Yeah.
You know? But overall, from what I heard, I recommend you tune in. It seemed like a good listen to me. You know,
it's it's without a doubt. I could back up Muni Long because her projects just. I appreciate that she reminds me of like old school R&B. Do you know what I mean? I think it goes to the question of like, when everybody is singing, how do I differentiate myself? How do I make myself stand out? And I think Muni Long, her ability, her talent, first of all, she was an amazing songwriter for other people, right? And this is like you interpreting their own shit and then you put it into a song. So she did that really well. I can only imagine if you're writing about your own shit, it's out of here. I appreciate her. I think her vocal ability helps. She's not somebody that needs to try too hard. No. I'm glad we kind of got away from the like no shade to Mariah Carey, but I mean even she not fucking hitting the falsetto no more. That like head voice, high pitch. No, give me somebody, give me a tenor. Give me somebody that's like damn near talking, but I'm gonna still talk my shit. So I'm excited. I fuck with Muni Long. Her pen doesn't play.
Shout out to Muni, man. Shout out to Muni. Finally, I wanted just to introduce an artist people may not know about. Once again, Apple Music Radio. Nowadays I've really been tuning into Apple Music Radio.
It will really put you on to some shit.
It, for one, I don't get bored in the car like I used to. Like sometimes I don't even know what to pick no more. I don't even know what to play no more. I be trying to play new stuff. I'll be like, bruh, I can fall asleep in this car right now. So Apple Music's been great. Shout out to one of my favorite stations was Ramona Park Radio. They finished releasing like 6. They dropped a new season, 6 episodes. All of them are just fire. Like if you ever listen to Vince Staples' Ramona Radio, play the Bars episode. It's an episode called The Bars. Nigga, he played the this Lil Wayne freestyle. Oh my god, that shit was hard. I forgot about that. Oh man, bless my soul. I was so hyped in that fucking car. So fucking hype. All right. So anyway, Nadeska Show. Nadeska Show is another one that I truly enjoy, and it's pretty. It's not too long. You know what I'm saying? Not too short. There's a couple episodes. One, she interviewed Cash Cobain. If you want to check that out, learn about that sexy drill. But I was tuned. That's what they call it in KC. They call it sexy drill.
I'm screaming.
Fisher. I feel like an old nigga listening to that. But shout out to Raven Lenae. So Raven Lenae is like an alt R&B singer. Vibes, giving you the vibes of like Willow, Mariba. I feel like Solange will kind of be the one that's like the top dog in that space per se. But Raven Lenae dropped an album called Birdsong, and maybe it's something about when people kind of curate how they want you to hear it. But I enjoyed the album. It had features such as Childish Gambino and Ty Dolla $ign.
Okay. You know what? Ty Dolla $ign, I don't think we appreciate his features enough.
KC. Oh, KC. I've been talking about this since the first No Clearance episode. I
don't feel like we appreciate. Now, do I want a whole project from Ty? Probably not. But his features hit every time. Like, I don't think this man has missed.
Yo, he is the perfect wingman in regards to music.
Yeah.
Like, he know how to put a touch on a song. Like,
his
voice is like cherry on top every time. He just doesn't fail when he's featured on a song.
I'm telling you, I don't think we appreciate him enough.
Oh my goodness, man.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh Lord, when years from now, he gonna be the Charlie Wilson. He gonna be
Charlie Wilson. All jokes aside, seriously.
I'm telling you, them young niggas gonna be like, Ty, hey Ty.
And I appreciate that he adds humor to his shit too. You know what I mean? His shit be funny. It's like, damn. But like you said, it's just I can't imagine songs that he's on and not having him on it. I feel like it would be something missing. He adds to anything he's touched. Like I said, do I want a whole Ty project? Absolutely not. But I think he's a feature artist, and I don't think being a feature artist is a bad thing.
Well, the problem with Ty's projects is, once again, long as hell.
Yeah. The long projects, we got to kill those. We got to get the attention span is just not there like it used to be. We got to name that.
I don't understand.
We just got to live in that.
Yeah. Shout out to Ty Dolla $ign. Childish Gambino did a great job on his feature as well. And I heard, so she reminds me, her voice reminds me of Nio, but not as strong.
So I love the fact that you know Nio. You just earned crazy cool points. Oh yeah, I love her. I went to Afropunk just for her.
I thought about making my wife and I's first dance. We was Saturn was really.
Oh my God!
Really going to do it.
She's Saturn another one. Could not do no wrong in my eyes. Could not. Yeah.
We saw her at I saw her at Broccoli City Festival 1 year. And that was kind of before she dropped Saturn. I saw her at Broccoli City. And I was like, my wife knew her, but I was like, I mean, she sound cool, but it's kind of crazy to see people when they ain't blow up yet. Blow up.
Oh, I'm telling you, that's the best. That is the best. That's how I felt about her and Jasmine Sullivan. I had saw them both in some, a little hall, not even fucking House of Blues yet. Yeah. But it really, and she's one of those artists that sound the same on record and off record.
Man.
The ability is crazy. It's there. Yeah. God given.
Solange was the same way. Mm-hmm. Just as creative as well. You felt like you was watching a music video. But yeah, I enjoy.
Okay, come on, Raven
from Chicago. My interesting. I think it was the production that was to me. It was cool. It was cool. I think it was a good use of sample, but it wasn't overbearing. And the album was it paced pretty well. Wasn't a whole bunch of sad shit, but also wasn't a whole bunch of super upbeat stuff. And
you got to blend it out. Okay.
Yeah. Real solid. Casey, I always appreciate when it's just you and I. We can just get into the music. Not to say now this podcast is about other stuff, but you tell me what else happened this weekend. I don't fucking know.
No, but I think our podcast has an appreciation for music, though.
We do.
That's, you know what I mean? That's the soft spot.
And we truly do. Anything else you've been tuned into?
Outside of that, not really. I really haven't been. Okay, I'm lying. So I've really been, if I'm not in Korea or Japan, I am in my emo phase. So I've been in the morning listening to Paramore, My Chemical Romance. Okay. Who else? My Chemical Romance. Green Day. Green Day go crazy.
That's the only song I know. Boom.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to not be I think I had my where I was just listening to female rappers, and I'm trying to not. I like all music. So if I say I don't like something, it's truly because production is trash, had potential, not there. So if I say I don't like something, it's because I gave it a chance. But I'm trying to not listen to so much rap. Not that rap's bad, but after a while, it's you kind of.
Last thing before we get off. Did you happen to listen to the Tinashe?
I'm gonna be honest with you. She gives me earthy bitch, and I don't know if y'all know, but earthy bitches, I don't know. They make my ass itch. I can't. And then you got a song about being nasty.
I feel like I really do feel like you would like it.
Here's my thing. I got beef with her because she kind of fucked up my childhood a little bit. Like the niggas that did I'm a Jerk, they broke up because of Heifer. You ain't know that?
No.
Swear to God.
We only got one song. We only got 2 songs out them niggas.
Yeah, because they broke, because Tinashe was getting in light skin's ear talking about you bigger than this. Da, da, da. You know what I mean? And so he started feeling himself, and then the music it wasn't clicking.
So we got Jerk and we got Tie Me Down. I remember Tie Me Down. That was it.
Yeah. Cause she was fucking around and getting in his ear on some shit. So I felt like my childhood could have been a little bit sweeter. You know what I mean?
Could have got more dance moves out there.
I mean, not saying I got cartilage in my knees, but shit, I could have had none. You know? But
hey, well, you look, you got a reason. You got a reason.
I think that's a solid reason. You know,
that is solid. Shout out to them niggas.
She know what she did.
And on that note, we appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. KC, thanks for coming on. This is the No Clearance Podcast. You all have a good night, or whenever you listen to this. Have a good day, night, evening, whatever. But always stay black.
Stay blessed.
Peace. Peace out.